Hey, Craig. Listen, I know that was a difficult result at the end, but your thoughts on the overall match performance, but also especially perhaps the first 20 minutes as well.
Yeah, first 20 minutes were tough. It's a very difficult place to come without starting the way we did. Made it very difficult for ourselves against, as we know, a very good opposition. With their intensity, physicality, they were able to push through that as well. And also, it was a tough period, I have to be honest. It was a tough period in the game. Not a tough period in life, Geraint, so be careful what you say. Yeah, no, it was all good. But in that period it was. We had to suffer a lot of pain. It was difficult.
Defeat never good. We're automatically looking forward to Monday, that huge game against Belgium. How do you make sure a result like this doesn't linger, and that over the next few days you can produce what you need on Monday night? Because I know you have plans and plans and plans, but defeat, it's never good. It always sometimes plays up there.
But also you look like what makes us a good team. So when we're not a good team, now stress, full house, full stadium. That's why it was so important to get this game, because you will get tested and you will get stressed. Now, if we don't work as a unit, we don't shift our back line, also push up, wait for triggers, we start making it up because we're stressed, then we become an ordinary team. And you'll see glimpses of that. And that's due to opposition quality as well. This is not, opposition quality can do that to you as well. But we have to remember what makes us a good team. Now, that's the learning bit. Because this is not the first time. Don't forget, we were 3-0 down against Belgium early. Now, of course, Belgium and England are at the top table when it comes to international football. Like, we're not quite at the top table. I'd like to be, but we're not at that top table. Now, these teams will stress you because they have the quality to be able to do so. Now, in order for us to be able to give ourselves a big chance, then we have to stick to what we do. And that's why these games are so beneficial. They're so important, because they're gonna, when you're uncomfortable, then you start doing things you wouldn't normally do because it's normal. And the way we play, because we play a high back line, we push people on, then we have to shift across. But if we don't do all these moments and we create gaps, good teams will exploit those gaps, and good teams, especially at this level, have the speed to go and do something with those gaps. Lesser teams don't quite have the speed, so we can get away with it to a certain degree, but not against top teams. And first half, we've seen a top team, but also we've seen us stressed and not using the habits that we need to use against this type of team.
David, then I'll come to you after straight back.
Craig, you mentioned the kind of learning that you do in a game like this and the tough periods. At what stage does a useful lesson learned become damaging, given the extent of that 20 minutes? Because I'd imagine you and the players' personal pride, you'd have been hurt and angry.
No. It's why I wanted this game. I need to see where we are. I can play Lithuania or someone if you want. And that's no disrespect to them, but I feel that we could have loads of the ball and try and break them down. It's, where do we want to go? Who do we want to be? Now, that to me, today, even now, just fills me with motivation. When I look at like the physical profile, speed, duels, of course. It helps when you've got a lot of players, England, playing in the Champions League, the greatest competition in the world. But that's where you want our players to be. I have a lot of young players. I want them to see this. I want them to feel that. And the way we play, I don't know, it just seemed familiar to me. It was like being at Burnley, playing Man City. You know, all right, it wasn't quite we lost 6-0 and we were actually 60 minutes in. And I remember Vinny going to me, how long's left? It's like 30 minutes, V. And it's like, oh no. But it gave us that, do you understand what I mean? And the players, it was like, this is where we want to be. But we also know we have to be at the top of our game to be able to play against these type of nations. And Monday, we have to be at the top. And I'd like our egos to be hurt. I'd like us to be annoyed, because we all are. That's clear. But Monday, it's like different game. Learn from this. We don't want this feeling again. You can use a good bit of motivation for it as well. Damaging. You don't go anywhere being damaged, surely. You know, this is a football match. I've never been damaged by a football match ever. Once you get your ass kicked, you learn the most. And I got my ass kicked. That's it.
And just on that Belgium game, I know you had your plans laid out beforehand. Was there anything about tonight's game that changed your mind about anything? Changed any plans for Monday?
No, good. Everyone came through. We made the substitutions at the right time where we felt certain players were game time we needed. So got one or two players on from the bench that might start. So, you know, we're always aware we have to be, we get the data from the teams and who's played a lot of minutes, who's trained a lot, who's carrying something. So to try and manage it, like every international team would do, this is not, so you try and manage it as well, knowing you have 2 games, but it's nothing different to what I would do anyway. It's not like because it's Belgium, it's no, if it was, we were playing Montenegro Monday, it would be the same. You know, you have to have 2 teams, and be flexible with using the players for the 2 games because some players can't play the 2. Yeah, it's just a normal international window for that view.
Hi, Craig. I think you said in the build-up, if you defend deep against England, you'll die a slow death, and you didn't want that. That didn't happen. The game was effectively dead after 20 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you say to your players at half-time, knowing that you've got that huge game against Belgium on Monday, but also knowing that brilliant Welsh backing will expect you to put it in for the full 90 minutes?
Oh, no, we'd be fine, Belgium. That'll take care of itself. But I quite enjoyed the half-time. It was like, now we see. Who's got, you know? It's like, we can hide, or come on, what are we going to do? Now you're going to have to show for the ball. No one's like, we have to do this better and that better, and give examples of what we can do better. But also it's about like who you are. Now, if you want to rely on someone else to do it for you, then I'll stand out a mile. Now you really see the football. Like I feel like when those moments happen, I think it shows who you are as a coach as well. Like you can come in balling and throwing stuff, and to what? To who? Makes no sense. To me, it's like calm. Now this is exactly a moment that we need to relish. It's not gone well for us. Now how are we going to do something about this? Now we'll see who you are. And I quite like those moments. And even leading on to Monday, I'm like, good. And it's not exactly planned and what I would like, but I'm like, Monday's a different game. Monday's a different game. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to Monday already. I'm going to have to get through this game again. I have to watch it back a couple of times, have to, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Monday.
Satish, sorry. Thank you.
Craig, it's all about how you perform on Monday. What have you learned in particular?
No. It was today as well. It's not all about just what Monday was. Today was important.